My name is Sergio Gomez. I work for Perkins+Will. I want to first use this opportunity to thank the organization for making all the arrangements, for inviting me to be here, to be part of this conference. I'm sure the dialogue is going to be very, very enriching. I'm here to talk about new ways of living, and in the next session, I will be presenting latest trends in interior design. There's two presentations very much connected, so I'm really hoping that the dialogue evolves as the morning goes. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an associate with Perkins+Will. I work with William, Paul Wilson, and Joe Palmer in the EMEA region. We're based in the London office. We're an award-winning practice. In the London office, we're about 140 plus staff, but Perkins+Will's got 23 offices globally, 1,700 plus staff all over the world. We're a design and research-led company. The London office, in particular, is a specialist in workplace. We've been doing workplace for many years, and most of you know us. It's just been recently in the last years we've been expanding our practices into the base build, into hospitality, and into healthcare. And we're world-renowned for our innovation and sustainability, which I'm sure a lot of you already know. As I said, we're based globally. This is just a map of our locations, and the orange dot is me here. Our core values are design, experience, social purpose, innovation, and sustainability. These are the core values with a strong emphasis in design. We're designer, and that's our tool to meet the other core values. This is just a snapshot of our clients, and the reason I'm here is because I'm working on the Talan Towers project, and we're very fortunate to be working on such an excellent project. And it's the main reason why I've been contacted and approached here. And in the next presentation, I'll be showing a little bit about that project, about the office tower, the interior design for the office tower. As I said, we're interior design. We have an extensive interior design experience, base build experience all over the world. Joe Palmer recently joined us with all his experience in mega buildings around the world. So it's very exciting times coming for us. So as I say, I'm here to talk about new ways of living. And I wanted to start looking at new workplace for lifestyle. We know that the office change. It keeps changing. It's not that before it was that and now it's this. It's a constant evolution. And as Dennis very well said, the way of working is changing for today's generation and even for other generations in today's working world. We are experiencing amazing times, and we are experiencing a time where the lifestyle is very important. We're becoming creatives or designers of lifestyle. We use inspiration, we use technology to change the world, and we use it by applying new lifestyles to our designs. The office used to be a very rigid structure. It used to be like an orchestra. Everybody knew where to sit. Everybody knew what instrument they were playing, a structure, and they follow a conductor. It was a very rigid way of working. This is changing. We see the new way of working more as a jazz band. We see people being a little bit more interactive, improvising, collaborating spontaneously, and we see that as the very big change in the new ways of working, in the new ways of living, and what people are really asking for. Creativity is the heart of what we do, and it's the tools that we use to apply this change, and we just need to be we just need to be paying attention to the mindset of those clients approaching us, of those new projects coming to our table, because every client is different, and every client is at a different stage, and some of them just we need a constant dialogue with them to make sure we understand the mindset, and it's then when we sort of apply our creativity in creating new spaces, new lifestyles for them. We see the office space nowadays as a dynamic space. It's a place where people move, where people activate their minds. It's a space where people are looking to have very quick, very dynamic interactions. It's not anymore the boardroom meeting style of collaboration. It's more open and it's more flexible. We see a few trends happening, and we've seen a few of our basic principles of work. We've seen the death of our principles. So the 9 to 5 working hours, the cellular office, and even the desk is starting to disappear. The desk phone, the jobs for life, the daily commute, the roles of the hierarchy. These are things that are diluting within our discourse. We're getting more of working whenever and wherever. Technology, it's everywhere. We carry our own device wherever we go. We're constantly switched on. I'm sure a few of you are now checking emails. We do it all the time. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's the way we're working. We work faster, we communicate faster. We have very demanding employees, less employees, and less loyalty. Before it used to be a job for life. And then it's very well pointed at the generations, at the new generations coming up. And we need to cater for the new generations. But I would say most importantly, we need to cater to the unique personality and the different work style preference for each client. An office, unfortunately, not all of us are in the new generation. So an office is made up by many generations, and we need to cater to all of them. But I think it's still very important to be looking at the next generation. What's the next generation? What are they going to be? What are going to be their needs? And what's the and that just helps us looking at the future of the workspace. And we see the new generation is being given many names. I heard Generation S. I've heard the iGen, the plurals, the sharers. I like the sharers because this new generation is a generation that is going to be very used to sharing. They share information. They share their private lives online. They don't want ownership. They will never own a car. They will never own an apartment. They will want what they really want. It's a lifestyle. That's what they're after, and that's how we need to look at the future. Employees want to self-organize. Nowadays, not 2 days are the same, and teams change every day. We see the people are more eager to collaborate, and it's not only collaborating through spaces like meeting rooms. is collaborating in open plan and flexible spaces. It's also collaborated in quiet spaces, and it's even very important to have a space where you don't collaborate at all, where you go and get some quiet space, and even away from technology, which is also very important. Technology, as we bring in, we can't not mention it. Technology is in the core of everything that we do, it just fills our office spaces with this landscape of equipment, and we use it every day for everything, and we even carry it with us. Technology is it's the base for actually the core elements of work. It's the infrastructure, is part of the process and protocols within an office. It affects our behavior. Technology it's an element that circles the entire world of work. We should be paying a very good attention to it. So what's the future of workspace for digital? What do you need? You need a studio model which supports the point of difference. So we've got the people. I'm sure we've got the people. We've got the creatives. We've got the digital visionaries and the technology experts. We need a culture of collaboration. And if you add to the mix the expertise, then it's a perfect recipe to create a distinctive and special spirit within your business that is digital. In our work, we use our inspirations, and this is it's in addition to the functionality. We use our experiences to add another level, an unrelated level to the physical creativity of the workspace. So it's not one size fits all, and this is what's very exciting about today's workplace, is that every business have a different need, or they develop their own different needs, and we call life base to all these different work settings. They're bases of different lifestyles, and it's very important to be able to define what those work settings are for each of the office spaces. This is just a few examples of those work settings that we've used with some of our clients. The Market Square, it's a place where you go, get a coffee, collaborate informally, have a read of a document. It's the Market Square. It's a socializing space. The Green, open or closed, is a space where you sit around with your colleagues, you have a conversation. It could be formal or informal. It allows for collaboration, and it's just where ideas come up, with ideas surfaced. The Fields, which is in essence, it's a space made up by many work settings, and it's a rearrangeable space, and furniture can be rearranged to suit those different activities. And the Snack is that place that I was talking about, the place where you want to go away from your colleagues, away from technology, a place to think, to rest, to get your mind off. Sustainability, I want to emphasize a point in sustainability, not only in energy consumption or gas emissions. I mean, we need to be mindful of sustainability in the workplace in terms of health and well-being. It's a very important factor, because what we're dealing with there is not electricity, it's not cars, it's people. We're dealing with the health and well-being of people, and it's our most important value. Most of the most of the organizations, of the medical organizations, recommend a minimum of 30 minutes exercise per day. We see the healthcare being affected by people not exercising. There are certain certifications that we can follow to apply those to our business, like the WELL certification or the FitWell. Offices have an amount of information on well-being, how people move around, which will be really a great value to the medical community, and we should be thinking about that as well. These are numbers from the UK. People are very inactive. That's pretty much the baseline of this. We could really do with a little bit more exercise in our office space. Quickly to end, I just wanted to talk to you about the vertical stack and mixed use. We need to approach new buildings from an overall perspective. And the vertical village is the new version of a small city within our buildings. There is a few components that we see happening in those vertical villages, which are the forum, which adds to the community, the stream, which adds to the innovation, the park, which adds to the health, the retreat to the well-being, and the panoramic suite to the reflection. I'm not going to stop on the particularities of this very much, but the forum, it really is the connection to the ground floor. It really is the connection to the urban fabric. The stream is the place where people collaborate, is where innovation happens. The park, it's taking care of the socializing part of our day. There is a lot of single-person households. In UK, it's almost 50%. And we need to address that loneliness that we see in the new generations. The retreat is the place where you take care of your well-being, and the neighborhoods are those spaces where you gravitate around within your office space. And last, I just wanted to show you a few images of a building that we're finishing up. We just got planning permission to build it, and we will be starting to build it very, very soon, which is in the north of the city in London, in Shoreditch. And it's an amazing opportunity to apply all those principles, mainly on the ground floor, where we've got a Shakespeare theatre, we've got resale, we've got a whole square that connects to the urban fabric, which is something that we see as giving back to the community. And the architecture is really tied in with that architecture in the surroundings. Just a few images. That's the forum and the Shakespeare theatre, and that's how it connects. So just to finish, I hope it came across that we're living in very exciting times in workplace, and I would really like to ask everyone in this room to keep pushing the boundaries. Thank you very much.